Hello and welcome to. Oops, sorry. What if Naruto was the granddaughter of Kuruma? Okay, so where we left off, um, we just got to the team placements, and they discussed a little more of doing what they likes, dislikes. Sorry about that. What they like and dislike. And also, I forgot to mention, Kurunai added a few things with the likes and dislikes. So she I don't know if I said this before, but in her likes and dislikes, she hates perverts, and she hates people who think they are superior to one another. So I don't know. So anyway, we're going to start the next morning. Team 8 meet. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so where we last left off. So we start off in the morning at Team 8's training field. Team 8 got their. What's going on? Sorry. Team 8 got there early to discuss some battle plans before Corona arrived. And Narcos wanted to speak up. It's like, okay, I think today is a test of see how well we work together as a Guinea squad. And I think we're probably gonna, from what I heard from my older sister, we're probably gonna have to fight our Johnny Sensei, but skilled as we are, there's no way we're gonna win. So I have a plan. And she comes up with a plan. She's like, I think Kurunai gave us some hints of what she's capable of and what she dislikes. We know she is a genjutsu master. We can use this to our advantage. We can, as long as we recognize this genjutsu, we can break it. Just don't let her touch you, or don't let her touch you, or stay close to one another. If someone else is in the genjutsu, we'll break each other out of it. Also, Shino, I know this kind of goes against your personality, but you're going to have to act superior to everyone. Like, say your clan is better, and be a little sexist towards us. Maybe that'll throw her off her game. Shino nods. He's like, it's really very logical. If we get her mad, we could throw her off balance. So, they asked Hina, do you know any long range jutsus? And Hina is like, no, I only know my family's taijutsu. It's like, okay, try to keep her off balance and shut her down quick, then. And I will do me and Sheena will cover you with some long range jutsus. And that's it. Oh, and so this gets planned. Karina shows up on time at the training field, and she's like, "Okay, for your beginning test, I have 3 crystal balls that will break very easily. Your goal is simple. Don't let don't capture at least one before, and don't break any of them. They're very fragile. If all 3 break, you lose the test. And I will be guarding them." And she picks up one of the crystal balls. She kind of gives them a sly thing, and she's like, "As I stated before," and as she's having a conversation, she's like, "Oops," and she drops one of the crystal balls and shatters. And both of them like, Narco's like, "That's not fair. You accidentally broke one." And Kunai's like, "Well, that's the life of a shinobi. It's not fair sometimes, especially for Kunoichi. You'll see what I mean later." So your test begins now. All 3 of them are standing firm together, and Naruto gives a nod to Shino. He's like, "Well, that's why makes sense that you kind of dropped that crystal kind of very clumsily, but what can I expect from a woman, you know?" Can't really. They get distracted easily, and they're very clumsy. Trying to throw her off her game. It's like, "Well, I see kind of have a death wish," and she rushes towards. She pulls out a summoning scroll, like from her side pouch, tap it against her pant leg, and out comes a katana. And she rushes towards Shino, and all 3 of them whine. Is like, "I thought she was just a genjutsu specialist." And Naoko's like, quickly grabs Shino out of the way before he gets sliced, and throws him to the ground. It's like, "I guess not," because she was holding back some information. While she's talking, she's not really paying attention, and she gets hit in the face with the hilt of the katana, and with such force, it breaks Narco's nose. She's like, "Scatter!" And so she throws a smoke bomb down, and all 3 of them hide. She's like, "Okay, new plan. I will charge Shino, you distract her with some bugs, and keep on listening to me, and Hinata will go in close. Break." And Narco, other information, she left her her dog behind because she didn't want it to it needed some rest because they were training extra hard, but just needed rest for the day. So it's just her. And Naruto gets on all fours, runs up to her, starts slashing her with her Kenjutsu, her own version of the fighting style for the Ninjazukas. And it's fast. Starts slashing her, swings a kick, and right before she does, okay, let me stop. So as Naruto rushes up, does the axe kick, Kurunai blocks with both hands. And then Naruto gets down on one knee, and Hinata jumps off her shoulders, does some strikes to her Kurunai's arms, and then they both jump away. And as she's distracted because she got hit in the arms really fast, and one of her arms is down, she sees two waves of bugs collide into her. And two waves of bugs collide into her, and it crashes into Kurunai. And Naruto's like, let's go for Hinata, let's go for one of the orbs. And they're like, great. So as they both run towards the crystal balls, Kurunai's like, not so fast. And she has Shino in a chokehold with the katana kind of pressed towards his neck. And she's like, hand me the crystal balls, and I'll let Shino go. And they don't want to hurt their comrades, so they both hand Kurunai the crystal balls. She says, it's like, well, I see you really care for your teammates, both of you. And then she throws Shino up in the air, kicks him as he's falling. She kicks him in the stomach, and it flies towards both Naruto and Hinata, and they both crash into all three of them kind of crash into a tree. Like, Shino hits both of them and knocks both of them down. And as they go to examine Shino, they realize it was an illusion. Shino wasn't captured, it was a genjutsu. So they try to release it, and they both release it. And they realized all three of them were in a genjutsu. And Shino's, but they look around, and Shino's on the ground, knocked out. And both of them are like, Hinata and Naruto, like, let's go back to back. She can't surprise us back to back. And Hinata's like, right. They go back to back. And Naruto's like, damn it, I can't sense her. My nose is broken. I can't smell her. I can't smell perfume. And And I was like, well, that's too bad. And Naruto gets backhanded by Hinata. And Naruto's like, what are you doing? And then Hinata goes for a punch, and Naruto blocks it easily. He's like, what are you doing, Hinata? And then she quickly realizes, wait, I'm in the genjutsu. And she quickly breaks it, and then she quickly looks around, and she realizes Hinata is also knocked out. And Kunai is standing over both of them, and she's like, okay, Naruto, you have your chance. You can either go after the crystal balls or save your friends. And as a reminder, a shinobi always follows orders no matter what, and your orders were to destroy the crystal balls. What are you gonna do? And Naruto's like, well, if that's what it means to be a shinobi, I'd rather be a bad shinobi. And she charges at Kunai, trying to defend her friends, and she gets on all fours and charges at her. And through that speed, she actually gives a good hit to Kunai in the stomach. And Kunai just smiles and is like, well done. And she throws two Kunai at the crystal balls and shatters them. Naruto didn't have time to couldn't protect both, but she chose to protect her friends. And Kunai's like, I'm proud of you guys. Wakes and stops the match. And she's like, I'm proud of you guys. You worked as a team. And you almost got the crystal balls for me. If I didn't put you three in the genjutsu, you would have got it. And I'm very sorry, Naruto, about the broken nose, and Shino and Hinata, because they're both. Kunai kind of went overboard, and even though like Naruto didn't see it, Kunai accidentally, just because she's hasn't really had a team, she kind of accidentally broke Hinata's wrist by accident, and kind of dislocated Shino's shoulder. And she's like, I deeply apologize. When I'm in a combat mode, it's hard for me to hold back. Let's get you to the hospital, get you all three patched up, and the next 5 meals we get, it will be my treat. As terms of apology. But let this be a lesson to you. Not I was holding back. If we're in a real fight, you aim to kill your opponent. Is that understood? All three of them nod. Because she couldn't have said, your opponent won't hesitate to kill you. Remember, even though you guys are 12 years old, you are now officially a team, a shinobi team, and we are soldiers to protect our village. So Congratulations, teammate. You all pass. She gives him a sweet smile and a big hug. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. With all teammate graduating fully. And they're going to start doing missions in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. And for 100 subscribers. Sorry this one's a little late. I meant to post it yesterday, but things got in the way. Thank you guys so much for listening. Again, like and subscribe if you like this video. Next video will be what if Fima Deku had Ice Quirk Part 1. And I might have something planned for our 100 subscriber special. And yep, that's it. Thank you guys for listening. Stay safe out there. Sorry if the first part's kind of jumbled and confusing. I hope it got a little better. I'm not really good with describing combat scenes. Anyway, I'm digressing. Thank you guys. Bye.